So these skeletons, they scatter, and Stephen Hawk just like plummets into the ground, and he goes, "Oh man, so harsh." And like three of the skeletons start running up the hill towards you, Katarina. Duke, are you also like, were you following Katarina while this was going on?
Yeah, absolutely. When I heard there was a fight, I full speed started jogging into the fray with
Yeah,
my shield on one arm and my sword held high, with
yeah. So
my
like,
jaw set in anticipation of battle.
yeah. So like these skeletons, they've got like short swords in their hands, and they're like charging up the hill at you. What do you do, Duke?
I run, and then as I reach, kind of like, cuz I'm coming, I went up the top of the hill, and then I'm coming down the hill at them, and I get to this like outcropping, and I jump, and I go slow-mo, and my cape is flying out behind me, and
Yeah.
uh I yell for sweetness, and then I come down as hard as I can with my sword on the skeletons and just begin hacking and slashing.
Yeah, okay, awesome. So there's three of them running up the hill, and you're like, "This is Sweetland," or
Yes,
whatever.
exactly. That's what I meant.
And you just like thrust your sword forwards, and as you like reach your arm out and extend your sword, you notice your sword blades start to glow dimly. Give me a hack and slash.
Okay, so
Oh,
2d6
and
plus.
Stephanie, for your miss, anytime you miss, mark XP, so add one to your experience.
And hack and
Yeah,
slash is
so
my strength, right?
yeah,
Okay, 9.
Should I add my XP on this character sheet?
yeah, it's down at the bottom of the bottom
Oh,
right
yes,
of the page.
yes.
Okay, cool. So, 9. What does that mean? You deal your damage, and the enemy makes an attack against you. Okay, so there's like three skeletons that you just go bowling into. So deal your damage.
And my damage is
It's on the top left of your character
D10.
sheet. Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no, that's a horrible damage. Okay, so yeah. So fortunately, your sword is piercing. So you do end up dealing some damage to this first skeleton, but like it's made of salt, right? So like your sword just kind of like puffs straight through its hand, but it doesn't seem terribly phased by losing a hand, and it attacks you back. So it hits you for like they all dogpile you, like the three of them just like pounce.
And all the ladies in the audience gasp.
Yeah, so you take 5 damage from them like
Oh
dogpiling.
no.
Um, and Dalia, what are you doing at this point in time?
I see them attacking my good friend the Duke,
Yeah.
and so I decide to cast or to spin webs at them,
Yeah.
sticky webs, in
Yeah.
hopes that he might be able to get away from them.
Yeah, well, I'd say like these three are all right together, so you can just like spin a sticky web over the three of them all at once.
Awesome.
So
Awesome.
spend one hold,
Okay.
and then you've just done it. What does it look like?
So I have to vomit to get the
Okay.
sticky web back up, and so
What
it's
is that?
just sort of me quacking, vomiting.
I was gonna
Yeah.
ask you what that sounded like.
Yeah, I figured you would like to know for
Yeah.
the
Okay.
purposes. So I sort of do that, and the stickiness just sort of like covers them. It's pink, not a lovely cotton candy web, though smells faintly of cotton candy.
Yeah, it's just kind of sickly sweet.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So you just like web these three, and they're like all stuck and like flailing around. The Duke, you are also like you have this like vomit of cotton candy coming down on you. Are you trying to avoid it? The Duke.
I'm thinking. So let's see. Well, I'm dogpiled under these skeletons. So when I see Daria coming, what I would try to do is like I catch her eye and I'm like, yes, we're a team. I see that, and then I flip over and try to just push all of them up into the air off of me, so
Okay,
that they
cool.
like just get wrapped around and then roll out of the way.
Yeah, I feel like you're trying to power through that. So roll plus your strength.
Three.
Oh no. Okay, yeah, no. You like toss them up in the air. You go like, haha, and like punch them up so they all like fly up. And then this glob of sticky goo like comes and splats against all of them and knocks them all into you and splats the four of you against the ground. So
I recoil at their saltiness.
Yeah. all of you four are like trapped against the ground. There's one more skeleton that's like over by the Salt of the Covenant, and it is like approaching Stephen Hawke, who's like, "Whoa, hey, Katarina, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing here, right now. Like, what do you want?"
I have him fly back over and pull me out of the sticky.
Oh, you're not in the sticky because you
I'm
were
not.
like on top of the hill with like
Oh, okay.
shooting with your arrows, so you were far away.
Okay, then he is going to use his. I keep losing my damn page. He has quick reflexes, right? So he's gonna try to knock over that skeleton before it can get to us.
Whoa. Huh, I wonder how I would do that.
'Cause he's huge.
He is huge. I wonder what kind of roll I would make for that. Hang on, let me look at like what you can use your creature to do. Oh, the ranger. Would you roll a hack and a slash, using its ferocity as the strength for that roll?
Yes, I will. Huzzah.
9. Okay, not bad at all. Yeah, like he knocks it down as it's running over to you guys, like to try and like cut its comrades free of the stuff. So he just like bowls it over with like his big talons, and then he's like rolling around on the ground with it. It's rolling around on the ground with him, and it grabs out with one of its salt hands and it grabs onto his shoulder wing, and he's flopping around on the ground now, and he's kind of trapped. Like this skeleton sort of has him pinned, and he's going, Katarina, Katarina. Pepito, what are you doing through all of this? Are you looking at these like sugar skull candy like skeletons with their salt faces?
Oh,
Like-
I don't like them.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like salt either. Of course not. They
Now-
don't. I mean, the bunnies don't like them, so I don't like them either.
As a cleric of the
Yes.
TikTokers, you can actually turn salt.
Yeah. I can turn undead, right?
Right. In this
Yeah,
case, salt.
Yeah, that was my goal. So I'm gonna use the turn undead.
Awesome.
So I'm gonna stand there and I'm gonna say, "For the honor of Keisha, may
Yeah.
you leave this place. Return to your salty minds at once."
Awesome. Roll plus your wisdom.
So it's, what do I use for the roll?
It's hashtag R.
Roll 2
Beautiful drawing in.
plus 2.
Yep.
8.
Okay, 8. So what does that mean?
8.
Yeah, as long as you brandish your holy symbol. What is that, by the way?
My holy symbol.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a, in Lion King, they had this little like drawing of the lions.
Yeah.
But it's like that out of a wooden piece, and I'm dangling that.
Okay, awesome. So, like, as long as you're brandishing it, none of these salt skeletons can come in range of you.
Can I like go towards them so that they would back off from my friends?
Yeah, absolutely. So you're starting to advance on these salt
Yeah.
skeletons. Okay, well, they like all start scrambling and like pulling against this cotton candy webbing, and it's starting to rip and tear. The Duke, you're down there with them. Like, what do you want to try to do while you're down here? Your sword is starting to glow pretty brightly, by the way.
I forgot about my sword. I see my sword glowing brightly and I scream, "Licatrixes!" And then I try to chop the heads off the skeletons on top of me.
Awesome. So make a hack and slash.
I think I rolled incorrectly last time. It was +2.
Oh yeah, look at that. So you just
Gotcha.
you nail one of these skeletons. Now at your option, you may choose to do plus
Oops,
1d6
I lied. That was a
damage.
10. I was supposed to be +1. I lied. Sorry.
Really?
It's a 10.
You only have a plus 1 to strength?
I have 16 charisma, so I have +2 to
Wow.
charisma.
Okay, awesome. You're good at parlaying. Okay, cool. So yeah, that's a 10, but still pretty awesome.
Okay.
You deal your damage to the enemy, and you can either choose to avoid their attack, or you can deal more damage and take an attack from them.
I sacrifice myself in order to ensure that these do no damage to my friends, and I continue to do more damage.
Okay, so roll a d10 plus 1d6.
9.
Okay, that's pretty awesome. Like, you just like demolish one of these salt skeletons. Paf! It vanishes in a cloud of salt. It's kind of
Go
stings.
back to whence you savory came.
Excellent. Dalia, you're starting to see this like webbing that these skeletons are straining against. Like, there's only 2 of them now, so it's not fraying as fast, but it is starting to fray. What are you doing as a cotton candy duck? Like, Stephen Hawke is down there like tussling with this skeleton. It's like, oh man, Dalia, Katarina, Dalia. What do you do?
Well, I decide to dive bomb into the skeleton. Is there 1 or 2 skeletons?
There's 1 skeleton tussling with Stephen Hawke, and there's 2 skeletons under the cotton candy.
Okay, so the 2 rolls that she did killed 1 skeleton?
Yes.
Okay. So I will dive bomb in on one of the cotton candy skeletons.
Okay, cool. So you just like dive bomb down, but you're a duck, right? Like at the moment, you're not terribly effective. You could try to turn into a different creature, or like turn back into human form and attack.
Okay,
But-
so I'll dive down and attempt to turn into a what do we call it? Crackling crocodile.
Okay, awesome. Roll your shape change.
Okay. All right, that's still not going to work.
That's strange.
2d6 plus 2, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you let me see what the fail is on that. On a miss, you hold 1, and in addition to whatever I say. So yeah, you're a crocodile. You are a yeah, you know what? Yeah, you turn into what's this crocodile called? A crackling crocodile?
Crocodile, yeah.
But like you dive bomb into this disintegrating salt skeleton as you transformed, and so like when you transform into a crackling crocodile, you notice that like your entire right arm has this like salt crust all over it, and it really kind of burns. It's actually really quite painful at the moment. What do you do now that you're a crackling crocodile? You have 2 moves as a crackling crocodile. You can break bones by hitting things with your tail. So like, break bones, or you can crunch to deal your damage with explosive teeth.
So I'll attempt to crunch the nearest skeleton.
Okay, so when you spend your last hold, you automatically turn back into human form. So spending your hold to crunch is fine, but then you're going to revert to human form.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, like what does it look like when you do that?
So I open my massive jaws and crunch down on the salt skeletons.
Yeah.
And as I open my mouth, you start to hear the crackling of the pop rock teeth.
Yeah. Okay, so you just like crunch down, and your pop rock teeth explode all around the skeleton. You have to roll your damage.
So I roll damage?
Yeah.
What would that be?
It's on the top left of your character sheet. For you, it's a d6.
Got it.
Okay, so you deal 3 damage with your explosive pop rock teeth. This skeleton isn't quite dead yet, but it's quite hurt. And you revert into human form. You're a human, right? Yeah. And
halfling.
Oh, halfling. And you notice that your arm still has this salt crust all up and down it. And as Dalia approaches, as Pepito approaches with the holy symbol for Keisha, like you start feeling really uneasy about it. So Pepito, what are you doing? Like you're walking forwards, and you're beginning to approach close enough that like you're beginning to be able to affect the skeleton that's tussling with Stephen Hawke.
But it makes Anna uneasy? No, it makes Tiffany uneasy.
Yeah,
Makes JC uneasy.
Yeah,
Oh, damn it.
makes Dalia uneasy.
Okay. So if it makes her uneasy, I'm gonna stop moving forward with the symbol, and I'm gonna try to attack the skeleton attacking Stephen Hawke.
Okay, what weapon are you using?
My staff.
Okay, so you're gonna like run forwards and try to smack it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
As she runs forward, I take a couple of steps back.
Okay, yeah.
And what do I roll for this? It's just standard?
Well, it would be a hack and slash.
2d6.
2d6 plus your strength.
Okay, plus 1. 10.
Hmm.
It's pretty good.
That's awesome. So you can either deal your damage or deal your damage plus 1d6, and you open yourself to an attack.
I'll do that.
Okay, so deal 2d6 damage.
And if you want to make sure they see the holy symbol you draw, you'll have to move the page over.
Okay,
Huh?
you deal 4 damage, and this just like cracks on the skull of this salt skeleton. But man, he's like super hard. He's like made out of crystalline salt, and it it deals some damage to him, but you don't actually end up killing him. He like strikes out with his sword, just slack, and he deals you 1d6 damage. 5.
Damn.
So remember, when you take damage, reduce that by your armor.
Oh, okay, so it's 4.
Yeah. Okay. So there's still 3 skeletons left. 2 of them are webbed in this cotton candy webbing. And they both like stand up and break free, and they're right next to the Duke and Dalia. What do you two do?
Am I still entrapped in
Why are
any
you
cotton
showing
candy
this?
goo?
I don't know
No,
why she has that on screen.
Now that you've broken out of now that the skeletons have broken out of the cotton candy goo,
Mm-hmm.
You are free to act as well.
I guess I just continue to hack and slash. But is it? Katarina's near me.
I'm near you.
Oh,
Yes.
Dalia's near me. So I absolutely, I grab her hand and go back to back with her, like shoulder to shoulder into the fray, and
Yeah.
continue fighting. I've
Are you
got her
trying
back.
to defend her?
No, because she is an independent woman who can defend herself, but I am showing her that I am on her team.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Defending
If you haven't
is-
noticed, the Duke is
still very
actually...
useful.
Defending is an actual move.
Oh, it
That's what
is?
he was asking. Yeah.
Yes, then I'm absolutely defending her.
Okay, so roll a defend, which is plus your con.
I accept it because I have a salt arm. You
Yeah,
have
and we
salt arm.
defend each other is really
We
what's
do.
happening.
Totally.
My con has no modifier.
So it's straight 2d6.
10.
Holy crap! So you hold 3, and you may spend hold 1 for 1 to either redirect an attack from the thing you defend to yourself, have the attack's effect or damage, open up the attacker to an ally, giving that ally a +1 against the attacker, or deal damage to the attacker equal to your level. Okay, great. So now you can make your hack and slash.
Cool. 8.
Okay, so like you get a hit in, but this skeleton, it like you're fighting back and forth with it. Your sword is ringing out against the salt glaive of this skeleton, and finally, like you strike against it, but it also cuts against your side. So roll your damage. So you deal it 1 damage, and it deals you 3 damage. And then the one that's on the other side of you, it actually approaches Dalia with like a heavy series of blows. Are you going to try to intervene at all?
Yeah, can I do that hold where I open them up to her instead? Is that what you said it was?
Yeah, so like you can sort of like, trip it or something so that when she attacks, she gets a bonus to her attack against it. Dalia, while this thing is like striking down at you, how do you try to avoid these blows? Or are you just trying to deal your damage as much as you can?
I hold my arm away from it, the salt arm.
Yeah.
But I've still got my spear, and I'm going to try to throw my spear at it.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
I
Are you trying to avoid the attacks it's leveling against you at all?
Yes.
How? Are you like dancing and dodging out of the way? Are you like, do you have like a shield that you're raising up and like buckling behind, or?
Yes, I raise my shield that I do have, with my salt arm.
Yeah.
And then I've got my spear ready to throw.
Okay. So yeah, like you like level your shield with your salt arm against this creature. Make a defy danger plus your con. So roll 2d6 plus your con.
Is Stephen Hawk still wrestling around at this point?
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
Oh yeah, awesome. So you just like completely absorb like blow after blow. It's almost like the salt arm like is stronger and less prone to weakness than your normal flesh arms, and you manage to like give yourself a good empty space to get a strong hit in, so you can make your attacks. So roll a volley. Actually, this is a thrown attack.
Drive them back.
And also add an additional +1 for the defense that the Duke has given you.
So would it be
2d6 plus your dexterity +1. Okay, awesome. Yeah, your spear just goes like straight through its skull. No sweat. Deal your damage. 4 damage. Yeah. Okay. You just like this thing's skull explodes in a shower of salt, and he crumbles into dust. And you've killed him. But now you don't have a sword. Now you don't have a spear. You threw it. You can go pick it up. But
right.
I cheer. Huzzah!
Excellent.
Sweet.
Pepito, you're still over fighting this other guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Like, what are you up to?
is it still threatening people, or is it like?
It's threatening you.
Well, now okay, fine, okay. Then I guess I'll fight it. Well, wait. Turn undead. Okay, I'll try turn undead again. I bring back up the holy symbol.
Okay, awesome. Roll it. 9. That's not bad. What does that mean? Checking it out.
Still just that it.
Yeah, so it can't come within reach of you. So it immediately like it backs off, but it's sort of like hissing at you.
And I
now,
hit back and like.
Yeah, absolutely. Katarina, like it looks like you got a pretty clear shot from your vantage point up on the hill. You could probably have Stephen Hawk attack that thing as well.
I will definitely do that.
Okay.
Is he still wrestling around with somebody else though?
No, because that's the
he?
one that
that they killed before.
attacking. Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah. So he is going to do the same sort of up and above dive bomb kind of thing, and I will fire an arrow.
Yeah. So he's like falling through the air at the same time as your arrow is flying through the sky, and he's like, dive bomb!
And do I add his ferocity again?
Absolutely.
Do I also add...
It's only to the damage. So
I
you need
see.
to roll a volley, so that's 2d6 plus your dex.
My dex is 1.
Okay, yeah. So, Stephen Hawk, he does his best, you know. But he really is kind of a bro, and he was like pumping weights at the gym for like years before you met him, and like, you know, like he's learned a lot about gender equality since meeting you. But as your arrow is flying through the air, he's like, nah, girl, I got this, and he like flies down and he grabs your arrow, and he's like, Brohawk, Brohawk, and then he just like face plants into the dirt in front of the skeleton.
Oh.
And he like drives up a runnel of earth. And the skeleton sort of leaps back, and it just sort of cackles.
And all the rest of the party just goes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get it together, Brohawk.
Okay, like the Duke, this skeleton is like, it's gonna like come rushing back at you.
I charge it. I say, nothing clever at all. I just scream really like.
So you're like reckless abandon, just like charging forwards to smash it.
I'd kill you. You made Dalia's arm be salty, which is really disgusting to me, and now I feel conflicted.
Yeah, awesome. So roll a hack and slash.
6.
6. Okay, so it just like there's like a slow motion shot where this skeleton is like, and it like knocks your sword aside, and it just like smacks you upside the head with the flat of its blade.
Do I go unconscious or anything, or just it hurts?
We're gonna find out. You take 3 damage.
No.
Dalia, what do you do when you see this happen?
Overwhelmed with anger, I charge to my spear.
Yeah.
To pick it up.
Yeah.
And then, in one smooth motion, whip around and toss it at the skeleton.
Awesome. Give me a volley. Oh no!
No.
Okay, let's see. Yeah. So like, there's this like crack of lightning, pow, pow, and the skeleton vanishes in a burst of smoke.
Wow.
Yeah, and there's only one skeleton left, and it's right in front of you, Pepito. The Duke, your sword starts like getting hot from the amount of.
I keep forgetting. I start looking.
Pepito, what do you do?
Can I discern realities to figure out if I see a lick?
Oh yeah, totally.
Trish?
Like you're just like looking around for what might be going on. Roll plus your wisdom.
I think my wisdom is not. Oh, it's -1.
Oh, my dear Duke.
I am not very wise, my darling.
While you are strong, you are not so.
Oh, that was a 6?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, you hear a voice whisper in your head, Duke, and it says, "Are you guys doing something cool?"
Have I ever heard a voice like this before?
No, you're unfamiliar with this voice. Pepito, what are you doing?
I'm gonna try once again, I guess, to do the turn undead thing.
Now, like the most you can,
kill it. Yeah.
the most you can do with your turn undead is just make it run away. It's already hurt. You might consider just hitting it.
Okay, I'll hit it. So it's 2d6 plus 1.